On page 3 of your practice test, on question number 6, we're just going to have to use the Pythagorean theorem repeatedly here. Notice on the first triangle with two sides I'm given, I know my hypotenuse is 17. I know one leg is 8, so I'm going to say 17 squared equals 8 squared. I'll call that missing side x. So 17 squared is 289 equals 64 plus x squared. So if I subtract 64 from both sides, I get 9 minus 4 is 5. 8 minus 6 is 2, so I get 225 equals x squared, and that turns out to be 15. Although probably didn't need to put that in there, I'll put it in. Now on the next one, 15 is now my hypotenuse in the triangle with 9, isn't it? So I'm going to say 15 squared equals 9 squared. Probably shouldn't have used x because I just noticed I had an x there. I'll call that a squared. So 225 equals 81 plus a squared. I'll minus 81 from both sides. 5 minus 1 is 4. 12 minus 8 is also 4. I get 144. Or a would be 12 then, wouldn't it? Now on the last one, notice what happens here is x is my hypotenuse, isn't it? So I'm going to go x squared equals 12 squared plus 3.5 squared. So it's fine if we get the decimals here. So I get 144. And let's open up our calculator here. And I'm going to take 3.5. I'm going to square that. Actually, I think I'll go 144 plus 3.5 squared. Save myself some time. I get 156.25. So in other words, x squared equals 156.25. And then to solve for x, I'll take the square root of both sides. So I'm going to take the square root of 156.25. And notice we get 12.5. And that's our answer for number 6. Notice we had to use Pythagorean theorem once, twice, 3 times, and you have to be able to identify the hypotenuse of what each one is so you can do it correctly. Let's take a look at, here's an application problem. It says Richmond is 200 kilometers due east of Tarrytown. So I'm going to put Richmond right here, and it's 200 kilometers east of Tarrytown. So I'll put Tarrytown right here. Now it's going to be 200. And Hamilton is 150 kilometers due north of Tarrytown. So here's north and east. Notice that's going to be a right triangle. And we're told that is 150. And then find the shortest distance. Well, my shortest distance is going to be a straight line. So we're just going to find the hypotenuse here. So we're going to say c squared equals a squared plus b squared. In other words, c squared equals 150 squared plus 200 squared. So let's go ahead and do that in our calculator. Probably could have done that by hand, but we'll use our calculator. So 150 squared plus 200 squared. And we get 62,500. So c squared equals 62,500. So we take the square root of both sides. And so if we take the square root of 62,500, we get 250. So C is 250. Since it's an application problem, I'm going to write it as a complete sentence. I'll say the shortest distance between Hamilton and Richmond is 250, and then kilometers. Although you don't necessarily have to write the whole sentence out, you do have to include kilometers. If you don't include kilometers on your test, you're going to get some points marked off for that. Okay, that will not be a full credit question. If you just give me 250, you got to do the whole thing.